We are here to talk about the horror movies of the 70s. Now, I have seen many more horror movies than the DadMan has. And even though the 70s was the era that he grew up in, I've still seen more horror movies from that decade because he was so scared to watch horror movies that he would poop his pants. But we're still going to discuss it together.
He's wrong. I've seen more.
About the pooping part or the horror movie part?
You know what I'm talking about.
So, anywho, in my opinion, it is the golden age of horror. And I don't know whether I want to start with the obscure or the heavy hitters. I guess it makes sense to start with heavy hitters. In my opinion, The Exorcist, Jaws, Halloween, Carrie, Alien, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Eraserhead, and I think you can toss Suspiria in there, are elite.
Yeah, there was a lot of good ones, and there was a lot of good ones in the 70s. I didn't realize how many. But, I don't know if any decade since then is as good as that one for horror.
Yeah.
That's 50 years ago, basically.
I'm definitely with you. There's an argument to be made for the 80s, but so here's the deal with the 80s though, is a lot and it is actually kind of funny because the 80s, at least in my opinion, and others, despite, I mean, if there's nostalgia there, if that's your childhood memories, you might think the 80s, but I think a lot of people who aren't blinded by nostalgia generally look at the 80s to be subpar in comparison to the 70s and 90s. It's sandwiched between two really good decades. But let me throw some out at you for the 80s, and you give me your thoughts.
Okay.
The Shining, The Thing, Evil Dead 2, I think Evil Dead 1 as well, but yeah, Evil Dead 1 as well. Videodrome, A Nightmare on Elm Street, American Werewolf in London, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yep, An American Werewolf. Fright Night, Beetlejuice, and Hellraiser 1 and 2, Scanners, Friday the 13th, Lost Boys. Yeah, a lot of...
I don't think it's nearly as good. That's not bad. Decade. I mean, The Shining, with The Shining, that's the...
Shining and The Thing, I mean, it's tough.
True.
So, The Exorcist kind of completely cancels out The Shining. The Thing, that's a heavy hitter, but Jaws, I think, more than cancels it out.
Yeah.
Evil Dead 2 probably I think it's more than canceled out by Halloween. Carrie, that's a top 10 horror film in my opinion. That cancels out Videodrome. Yeah. So I think you still go 70s. There's more mainstream good in the 80s, but 70s, I think it's there's just an elite selection at the top. And on top of that, the foreign the different type of films. Just because, I mean, that was a time period where there was a lot of directors, storytellers who were breaking into
it seems
film.
that way.
At least in the Hollywood system.
At least, with Carpenter, obviously.
Yeah, so John Carpenter's finally, and this wasn't a big budget film, but John Carpenter, who, again, was the director of The Thing, makes a name for himself to be able to make The Thing in the 80s.
Yeah, true.
But beyond that, too, so there's I think they're called the Movie Brats or the Brat Pack, was Spielberg and De Palma were a part of it, and they have Jaws by way of Spielberg, and then Carrie by way of Brian De Palma. I also have Phantom Paradise in my top 10 currently of the decade. It's really it's a comedy musical horror.
Okay.
So it's not for everyone.
Right.
But I still liked it. It's kind of a spin on Phantom of the Opera.
Okay.
Very cool though. And Dario Argento is on here twice. That was
Take the cheese. Doesn't he make cheese?
It's the smelly kind.
Okay. No,
you rub it on your feet if you have a planter's wart. But he's the director of Suspiria. He also did Deep Red, which is among that, what they call those Italian horror films generally is giallo. And Deep Red is one of the best. Suspiria is deeply iconic, though. So...
now, I saw the current Suspiria. Mm-hmm. Are they similar?
In plot, yes.
Okay.
The original one's actually more brief. Because I think the sequel is drawn out to well over 2 hours.
Yeah, I think you're right, yeah.
The original's like 90 minutes.
I'm going to have to watch Eraserhead. I didn't even know it was a horror movie. Have you ever heard of the abominable Dr. Phibes?
Dr. Vibes?
Phibes.
Phibes. Is that from the 70s?
Maybe Phoebes. Yeah, maybe it's Phoebes, pronounced Phoebes. It was Vincent Price. Very cool movie.
Well,
really cool.
I think, I would imagine that's a Hammer horror movie with Vincent Price being in it. And Hammer's just like, that's the production company.
Okay.
They have a good name recognition.
That's an 88 on Rotten Tomatoes. I mean, I loved it personally. I didn't know how they would rate it on this, something like this, but.
Because Vincent Price and Christopher Lee and other names like that, they would do a lot of those.
Yeah.
They would remake
the Fall of the House of Usher, I think maybe was one of them.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Did you say Christopher Lee? It's Christopher Lee, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And they would do, they did the Mummy, Dracula, all those. But some of those versions are like, I like their Mummy better than the original Mummy.
Yeah.
And like, I have some nostalgia for the Brendan Fraser mummies, but I'd have to watch it again.
The first one's pretty good. Sequels are never,
Sometimes though, like those Hammer films, what I liked is that the color is really rich. Mm-hmm. And I mean, they're redoing black and white films. So if you're going to add something, it's just being in color by itself is something, but they have like that rich color that we always like to talk about. So, I mean, The Exorcist, in mine opinion, is the greatest horror movie of all time. So that's going to give some je ne sais quoi to the 70s.
Rotten Tomatoes has it listed as the 23rd best in the decade.
The 23rd best horror film?
Yeah.
I don't know. The more I watch it, the more I am solidified in the argument. I mean, if there were a film to chase it and have a chance or an argument, it would be The Shining.
Yeah.
And that's just because there's so many high-minded ideals. There's some terrific performances, but The Exorcist has no shortage of terrific performances.
Correct.
I think Father Karras is amazing. The kid performance.
Good.
Reagan is way better than Danny, I think his name is, from The Shining.
Yeah, Danny's like.
But I guess he does what he plays.
Yeah, he does what the role is. He does the role.
Yeah, someone who was probably abused.
Yeah.
And that kid's going to be kind of like annoying and.
Yeah. He wasn't, it was just very.
Just weird where he's just like.
Dark kind of family, like you knew that, there was a history.
Shelley Duvall, I do find a lot of people are either like that was one of the best performances ever, or they kind of diminish it. I'm of the opinion that it was a tremendous performance.
Mm-hmm. Kind of a.
I mean, she like
put upon wife, who had a husband with a temper, and
she seems like what do you like a battered woman syndrome?
Kind of, not overly, but just to a degree where. She always wanted the best for everything, for the family, and I thought she was. I don't know how
She was amazing. Yeah.
who would have been better, who could have done it better. I don't. I thought she was fine. Way up for the task of doing it. And I thought she did a good job. Hey, not to change the subject, but did you watch Chernobyl? Did you see it? Oh.
Oh yeah, I think I've watched it through twice all the way.
I may want to watch that again. God, I just told you I was watching clips yesterday, and oh my God, is it good? It may be the best, whatever continuing short series I've ever seen.
It's up there.
Up there with like True Detective, which was incredible.
Yeah,
well.
That's a full series or full season though.
Yes,
I don't know if you differentiate.
Yeah, well, limited series.
Yeah, if you're looking at like just a section of media, television media, I guess. Yeah, True Detective season 1, Chernobyl are kind of in a tier all to themselves. I think a lot of people like Game of Thrones, a lot of people like Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
I haven't. I watched season 1 of Game of Thrones, and then it wasn't like I wanted to stop watching, just did.
So, yeah, it did.
And then Breaking Bad, I just didn't get to the hook of like, all right, keep me in this.
No, I hear you. I've never watched either of them, and I know people just go absolutely crazy for them. But I've never seen either of them.
Sopranos is supposed to be really good.
Yeah. But anyway, I didn't mean to break away like that. Some really, really good that
Halloween needs to be mentioned thoroughly.
Oh, yeah, sure.
We'll do like a duo. I think Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Halloween, just because they're so similar in that. I know I always say this, and you've argued it, but slashers.
That's
But they are iconic. Like, this is the top of the genre type of slashers.
Mm-hmm.
So Texas Chainsaw Massacre sets up what it is.
Yeah.
And then Halloween, I think, perfects it.
They're different. They're...
The characters are different, but you would have... Okay, so one is... You're being chased. You're being chased by a central villain who is literally embodied, for lack of a better term, if that makes sense. It's a person. They might seem supernatural, but and that's it. You're playing it with a killer.
Correct.
And that is scary because the 70s was when serial killers really started to
get their
gain
stride.
National. Yeah. That's the golden age of serial killing, my friend.
Is it still?
I would say. So the golden age, I don't know if
this is from like terminology.
This is from comics.
If you love them.
So I think, the golden age was like, this is the boom. This is the first flourish. Mm-hmm. And then if you have a second boom, that's the silver age, and then it progresses to things that I'm not aware of, that are not in my vernacular. Maybe platinum age, some stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
70s was the first. You could say maybe the 30s for horror, because that's when all those not silent, but black and white.
Yeah, I can't watch the 1930s.
I can, but it's just, it doesn't hold up the same way the 70s does. And maybe
I still like Halloween.
Maybe in like 30 or 40 years, people will look at these movies and say the same, but I doubt it.
100 years.
Yeah, exactly.
100 years ago.
In my opinion, man, that is kind of crazy. I don't know what culture is going to be like, but I think they're going to be like, whoa. It had a grittiness that to this day is hard to capture or surpass without seeming like feeling that effort to try and push it past that. With a Texas Chainsaw Massacre, with an Exorcist, they had this very naturalistic realism, deep rooted. This could happen, even though it's a horrific scenario that's not every day.
Very supernatural scenario. Right. So, like in Exorcist, well, and Halloween, where you have like super unlikely things that happen, but it doesn't strain your the believability of it. It just that's what makes it interesting.
And it feels very like Texas Chainsaw Massacre is like on the scale of rawness is like almost a 10.
Did you see the one with Jessica Biel?
I saw it. It has some things going for it.
I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not in the same league as the OG.
Well, probably not. No, but I mean, for a remake, it's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah.
You ever see The Crazies?
I did,
Tim
yeah.
Oliphant?
Yep.
That's
I
a
like
remake.
that. I
Crazies
actually
from the
didn't know
70s.
that. I think George Romero did the original.
Oh, wow. How about that? The second one with Tim Oliphant is very good.
I like that. Yeah, it was an interesting movie. Cool setups. Like the baseball game. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah, I just watched it. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that movie a good deal. That that is getting to a similar place of realism that I appreciate so much in the 70s.
Yeah, I mean that is completely could happen because it was like a warfare chemical that the army created and was flying it somewhere to destroy it.
Yeah,
and the plane went down.
So like the plot is so much a part of it, but also too like the way that they talk in The Exorcist. The way that it looks in The Exorcist. It's just the way that people dress. The film itself adds something to it where it's like, I don't know how to describe it, but just seeing it to me, it makes it feel like...
I know what you mean. I can't explain it either, what it is about it. Like the dinner party, that whole thing, and I don't know what it was about. There was a lot of movies in that time period, and I don't know. Maybe it's just a higher quality film, or I don't know.
Yeah, so I don't think it's like a home movie type of thing, but there's something about digital where it's so clear that it's almost alarming, where it just feels like it's too polished. That's the word I'm looking for.
Okay. Yeah.
So the production quality really it now it becomes like it doesn't take you out of it, but to an extent it does.
Yeah.
But that's digital to a T for me, I think. And like Technicolor, I will always talk about how great it was because there's these rich colors. Like just think of like how red just comes out just beautifully. Yeah. They'll use like red paint sometimes as blood, and I think it's because of how well it looked. But even like red sweaters or red lipstick, anything like that, it just pops in a way that is like literally out of this world. You don't see like actual things like that in real life, but it doesn't detract from it either. Right. It's not like, oh well, that's not what the real world looks like, because it is almost like you're imagining it. Yeah. The way it looks, I guess. Yeah. Like a vivid imagination or a vivid memory. I think the same maybe could be said for like the films of the 70s, but because of the crystal clarity of digital, it breaks from that. It's like, you can only compare it to watching a new movie. Yeah. If that makes sense. But I feel like your memories, to me at least, and I'm starting to sound like a fucking schizophrenic here, but it looks more like a 70s or a 60s film than like a modern day film.
Yeah. You really are into color. You talk about it.
I just like it. I remember when I got a projector for Christmas, I was super excited. I was more excited to watch like 60s films than anything else. Like I was like, I want to watch James Bond. I want to watch, the older James Bonds, but like the Dirty Dozen, the Great Escape, like that color time period. And even the 70s, like it definitely has that cool ass look, and it plays really well for horror. Like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre has something going for it that 28 Days Later has, where it feels like it's a fucking snuff film. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like even though it's like, the plot doesn't feel like that. Like it's not like you're gonna get mistaken that you're watching something in real life. But the grittiness of 28 Days Later and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre is like,
like an underground film.
Exactly.
Not meant for
consumption.
Or large consumption, just
handful. So, I mean, but the 70s exudes a lot of that. And speaking of great color and like things that I liked from the 60s, Werner Herzog did his interpretation of Nosferatu. And I just really like it. It's a film that deserves to be in color, in sound. We know that now from Robert Eggers. Mm-hmm. But his was fucking tremendous. I think Werner Herzog's. And there's like, he captures shots that hold the same reverence as the OG. It's the perfect middle point between, and I think maybe time-wise, well, not quite, but no, time-wise, it would actually be the absolute middle point, because it came out in the 20s, and then Eggers made it 100 years later. His was 50, so.
Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
It is the perfect kind of hybrid.
We can't go an episode without bringing him up.
I'm a huge fan.
Yeah.
You should watch interviews with him. I mean, he says funny stuff sometimes too.
Oh, does he?
Yeah. So he's like, I think he's Bavarian originally. Mm-hmm. And I think culturally, being a Bavarian immigrant to the States is like being severely autistic, but he's not. It's just like, if you come from Bavaria to America, mm-hmm. you're affected the same way that severe autism affects human beings.
Okay.
Are you with me? No. So he told a story that he didn't realize John Waters was gay until like his wife told him 20 years after them being friends. Okay. I did not know he was gay. I can't do his act. I wish I could.
He still has a Bavarian accent?
Yeah.
That's Germany, right? Bavaria's just
pretty much, yeah. There's a lot of great foreign films that I want to talk about, but I want to throw it to you before I just go way deep down the rabbit hole.
Well, I mean, you could have, I'd say the top 10 really. I mean, of just great. Like I said, almost 50 years, basically 50 years for most of them. And I like them better than most, like, more current horror movies.
That's worth taking a look at. I'm going to pull up my list of from the 2020s. I was going to write mine down,
and I meant to, and I didn't. But I knew I could get it on my phone.
Well, we might hold... well, fuck. I really don't. Okay, so have you seen I'm Thinking of Ending Things? Probably not. I'll take that as a no. Talk to Me?
Yeah, so Talk to Me.
And that's on my... It's a pretty lackluster list we got going here. Did you like Nope or see Nope by Jordan Peele?
No.
You didn't see Nor? You didn't see...
I saw...
I know you saw Get Out.
I saw Get Out. No, I saw Nope.
Did you like it?
No, it wasn't that good.
Yeah, you didn't like it.
See, look. Oh my God. These are some from the 70s that are, not even in the top 10, but are very good. There's one called The Other, which is really good. Invasion of the Body Snatchers, which I think was a remake.
It is, yeah.
And was just very, very good. Mark of the Devil, I'd mentioned to you, is a very disturbing film. Good one to watch. Probably not very well known. There's other ones too. I'll just say them as I think of them and stuff, or find them on my list.
The Wicker Man.
The Wicker Man was very good.
Let's talk about that. Oh,
I didn't see it.
Here's something I really want to get into. You haven't seen The Wicker Man? You know the plot, though, right?
Kind of, yeah.
Christopher Lee's in that as well. Did you know that?
I didn't know that. No.
He's a horror icon. And I didn't know, well, because when I was introduced to him. Yeah, the guy from, I didn't know that as a kid.
Oh.
When I was introduced to him, it was through Lord of the Rings, and I was like,
hell yeah.
I thought he was just always dressing up in white. He just plays variations of this role.
No, I mean, most of his career was horror.
Yeah. And he is the villain in The Man with the Golden Gun.
Yep.
And he is related to the creator, the author of the James Bond books.
Ian Fleming.
Yep. He's his cousin.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You know, Andy Warhol did a Frankenstein. I kind of remember when that happened. I never saw it. I wonder if that would probably be pretty good.
That seems like something you wouldn't like, though. It seems more like something I would like.
Yeah, what do you make me sound like a...
You fucking hate stuff like that.
Well, I don't know how out there it's going to be.
Dude.
I'm
surprised you're even open to the idea of watching that. You should watch it. I bet it is good. I don't know if you would like it. Young Frankenstein, ever heard of it?
Yes, that's a good point. You know, and again, that was like kind of my point. There's another, no, I mean, that's a comedy, but that's a classic comedy.
Mel Brooks.
Yeah. Alien, did we even mention it?
I did mention Alien, but we didn't talk about it in detail. If you'd like to.
That Nosferatu by
Werner Herzog
is very highly rated. 94.
Yeah, man. I mean,
that's hot.
I've pretty decent taste.
Yeah, you get it.
I've seen over 1,500 movies.
Ooh.
You've probably seen 200.
Well, I've seen really half of 50.
Yeah, so you would count them as whole films, I'm sure. So yeah, let's talk about... Do you want to talk about Suspiria? No, you've never seen it. The Omen. Oh, no. Can we get to a big point that I wanted to tell? This is about the narrative.
We'll see.
Of why the 70s was able to become so great.
Why?
All right, you're going to enjoy this. So
Is it real long?
Well, I'm gonna try to tell a story with it, but it's not gonna be a long story. So 1960s, I'm trying to think of the fucking director's name. Give me 1 second. Let me just remember the director's name. I don't want to give it away. Try not to say anything to give it away. All right, I got his name.
Tell us, I hope, right?
I got his name. So 1960s, directed by Roman Polanski.
Yeah.
Makes a movie called Rosemary's Baby,
right,
which is one of these popular, mainstream, highly successful, critically acclaimed horror movies that
very good movie.
That introduces the premise that satanic cults and societies and the devil can actually show itself in the real world.
Right.
It's probably one of the most well-known movies to do so.
Yeah, well, like the first for sure, but maybe the most well-known.
Well, I think there might be silent movies that do it, but that's besides the point. Okay.
People don't remember something.
Well, I'm with you. I'm not co-signing that though, because it was incorrect what you said. But anywho, so he does this, highly successful, opens the door because in the 50s. I mean, let me ask you: do you think that you could have done that? Do you think you could have had a film with the devil in it and it been played seriously?
No, they would have protested.
Exactly.
Outside of theaters.
So we all know what happens to Roman Polanski. He has a beautiful wife by the name of
Sharon Tate,
who gets murdered by
Charles Manson family.
Exactly. So, not for the sacrifice of Roman Polanski.
That had nothing to do with it. You're making it sound like her being murdered.
We would not have
the
had
price we paid for the 70s
We would
Horror
not have
movies.
had The Exorcist.
Yeah, we would have.
We would not have had The Omen.
Well, I mean, but Sharon Tate's got nothing to do
And-
with it.
I mean, is there any religious themes in Carrie? I don't know. But
Kind of.
if not for Roman Polanski's sacrifice, the 70s wouldn't have been quite as good. Is there any... Oh, The Wicker Man. That's also kind of
Yeah.
vaguely satanic. So, well, I mean, of course they had him killed for exposing the satanic cults that were going on.
Polanski was not killed.
They killed his wife. And
Okay.
he was batting way out of his league. So you tell me what's worse. And if he was home, they would have killed him. He just wasn't home.
They thought somebody else lived there.
That's the narrative.
thought
that
one of the
we
Beach Boys.
That's what they told us.
Oh, come on. Don't start.
They also told us that the whole Helter Skelter narrative, which makes no sense. It was stolen, by the way. It's not even an original idea. Someone else came up with it before him. And also, they let Charlie off the street like multiple... He was on parole. He never had to meet his parole officer. He'd get caught doing illegal stuff, and they would just let him go.
Please don't start with his conspiracy theory. The chaos, right?
Yeah. What I
watched
will
the
say
thing.
is that Roman Polanski is not a good person, though, still. He's done some things.
He raped a girl. I mean...
That's a word we can't say. He did a bad thing to a girl.
Correct. All right. Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying it was good. It wasn't. It was terrible.
But he also did sacrifice for
No,
film.
he didn't. What are you talking about?
I mean,
Did he tell us
you
when
weren't
to
there,
go
dude.
there?
You weren't there. You don't
weren't
know.
either. You weren't even alive.
But I've heard about it.
Oh, okay. That's
Have
like being
you?
in the Second World War, right? I wrote some.
People are World War II experts who were never in the war itself.
Okay, but your theory is so
True.
mind
mind-blowing?
What are you talking about? Like, he didn't sacrifice. What are you talking about? And why would
There
you-
was
the
gonna be
Manson
there was
family-
gonna be ramifications for making that film. He didn't know what they were gonna be, but he paid the price. Is all I'm saying.
All right.
So we can agree on that at least.
And listeners, please don't encourage his.
Take it
delusion.
serious.
Please.
Take
Bad
it
enough.
Take
as
it
is.
seriously. So The Omen is just outside of my top 100 horror films of all time, but it was very, as far as plots go,
Gregory Peck's it.
he's a great actor. Yeah, one of the greats.
See, yeah, it came out after The Exorcist, and you can. I mean, they're not. Although there's great similarities between the two. I don't know. It was just thought in the same way as The Exorcist, not as graphic, but a very good movie about the occult.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I guess that's you'd call it that.
Whether Polanski really did sacrifice or not is besides the point. Had he not made that film, though, The Exorcist, The Omen, and other satanic... I mean, how many fucking possession movies are there in today's day and age? It's like it's like a fourth of the...
Well, I tell you what the big ones are. It's like zombie apocalypse type movies. Oh my God.
Not on the big screen, though.
Well, I tell you what, you look through like Netflix or, you just look on the online movies. There's so many end of world, zombie apocalypse, after the plague or bomb or war or whatever movies. Mm-hmm. It's like, dude, come on.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no originality in a lot of
Well, yeah, I think it's easier to write. It captures people's imaginations.
It's half written. It's like, ooh, what's it about? Oh, zombie apocalypse. Okay. We need a few lines of dialogue and we can
Yeah, just...
go shoot it.
The only thing you really need to think about is what caused it, and that's pretty easy too,
Yeah.
because you're never going to come up with something original, but it's going to be you're just borrowing from past. But The Omen is good. I mean, that's a plot line that is extremely well thought. I mean, The Exorcist is stupid simple. It's brilliant. Well, it's a girl is possessed, but it's the nuances of everything that make it so spectacular.
Acting.
Yeah. That's not, I mean, the plot gets you in the door, but then the execution is what makes it the best of all time.
Yeah.
Jaws transcends horror, too.
See, I never really considered it a horror movie. I mean, everybody else seems to.
Yeah, to me, it's not scary at all. I mean, and I'll swim after. And if someone wants to fucking challenge me to that, I'll do it. Okay?
I can swim. I'll prove it.
But people are scared of sharks because of Jaws.
Yeah. Oh, after that movie came out.
I mean, like, if you lived in a place and there was news reports of like, hey, someone got bitten in half by a shark, you would be scared of sharks in this, parallel universe where Jaws doesn't exist. But Jaws just completely proliferated every place to be scared of sharks.
Who really thought about shark attacks before they did it?
No, they're not common. More people die of cows than sharks.
They're not common at all. They're very rare.
Yeah. They just don't really go out of their way to... And they generally don't... They're not shallow water, generally.
Not super big ones like he was. But, again, I mean... They made that part of the story, this specific shark, for some reason.
Yeah. That's just so well done. Mm-hmm. And what's his face? Red. Is his name Red?
No.
He's the. Yeah. I'll look his name up. But holy hell, does he fucking make the movie?
Yeah.
Robert Shaw.
Robert Shaw was in other movies. He just was super.
He's a Bond guy.
Is he?
Mm-hmm. He's in From Russia with Love. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That was the first one.
Dr. No's the first one. Yeah. It's the second one. From Russia with Love.
Maybe you're right. You could be right.
But the movie still would have been great.
Yeah, I think you're right.
But yeah, Robert Shaw is able to take it over the edge. Because you need someone he's a fucking salty sailor.
Yeah.
And because that, I think it is like super important that you have the dichotomy of those three characters where, your main guy, who then you have Dreyfus, who is like
Roy Schneider,
who's just looking out for the best interest, and he's like, he lives on a shore town, but like
doesn't swim.
Yeah, he gets seasick, and he's a fish out of water.
Mm-hmm.
But then you got Dreyfus, who's the school smart, and then you got what's his fuck?
Richard Harris.
Robert Shaw.
Who
is the actual seasoned vet. Like, he's been through
this. A shark hunter.
And Jaws is so badass that he fucking rips through the salty old sailor, and it takes just extraordinary luck on behalf of what's his face to
Dreyfus
kill him.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't Dreyfus. It was
Schneider.
Yeah.
Oh, Schneider.
I think Dreyfus lives though, right?
Yeah, he kind of disappeared.
You're led to believe he dies, but
he's gone for the whole ending or the killing of the shark scene.
Alien pretty much puts sci-fi horror on the map in a complete like solidifies it as a legitimate genre.
Oh yeah. I mean, before that, everything was just really cheap and cheesy.
Yeah.
Alien looks like it's from like 2000s.
Yeah, it looks better than some 2000s.
Yeah.
Because CGI, man, in the 2000s was rough. And they were using it a lot.
Yeah, well, they didn't need it. Or they could have. Well, they didn't need it. They didn't need it in Alien. Everything they did was pretty spot on.
Pretty badass. Carrie, that one's like paranormal, just brilliancy. Maybe the best ending of any horror movie, dare I say.
I gotta think about the actual... You mean in the gym, or was there a part, like a scene?
Well, that's fucking brilliant. But then you tie in that the girl is basically like PTSD'd out because of it. And she visits the house where the house had been. It's just like big rocks basically to, I guess, fill in the foundation. And the hand.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. I thought a hand came out of the ground.
It's up there with Friday the 13th, which is
It's better. Friday the 13th.
Well, because Friday the 13th is kind of just stealing that idea. It's like you think you're good, it's a dreamlike state, and then
for the
baddie kind of just jumps out of nowhere.
That was I was never a huge fan of Friday the 13th.
I have an
think
affinity
it was the same
for it.
Caliber. I mean, it wasn't a Halloween.
It's not. It
It's
isn't.
different. It's more campy.
But I still appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean the plot. I mean it's simple, but it's like a good motivation for someone to do that.
There is always the argument of, so was Jason just living in the woods for forever and then just happened to be watching when the mom dies? Because that's the whole motivation for 2. Because they're like, yeah, they never found him. He was believed to be dead. Even the mom thought he was dead. She wasn't there the whole time, I think. It's just like...
Yeah. I mean,
we're getting into picking nits, but...
I mean, even the second one. Halloween 2, not the same.
Yeah. Well, because they were just like, hey, yeah. I mean, they told him, you got to make this film.
Yeah. It's like your first one, nobody expected anything. You made it on a shoestring. It just killed. We just put a name, Halloween, on it. It'll sell.
But Carpenter did write it.
Did he?
Yeah. And I think it's the reason that it isn't abysmal, too. It's just, there's no real way to make a sequel to that is going to surpass it.
No, you're not going to be able to create the mood and everything because everything's new and I don't know. You can't do it. And then they did Halloween 3, which had nothing to do with 1 and 2 at all.
Yeah, because that's what he had always wanted to do with it.
What?
Carpenter.
Just 3 separate Halloween type.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been way better. Halloween 3 wasn't bad. I kind of liked it. It was pretty cool.
He just wanted it to be an anthology series where it was just Halloween.
Yeah.
But it's different stories that happened on the day.
Yes. True.
Halloween 3, I'm not a huge fan of. Some people adore it, though.
I'm in the middle.
Some people swear it's the second best of the entire franchise.
Well, I might go that. I might say that, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not quite there.
The rest of the franchise ain't all that, in my opinion.
I like Halloween 2 more than it, I think. And I think I like David Gordon Green's Halloween 1, the beginning of his trilogy, more than Season of the Witch. Yeah, you should. It's the only one really worth. I mean, it wouldn't be a waste of time to watch the whole trilogy from David Gordon Green because there's flaws in the next 2, but it's their interesting flaws at least.
Okay.
Where you might just be like, damn, because I think you're like, this could have been so good, but there's just these drawbacks that prevent it from being so. 2 foreign movies I want to mention: The Devil and The Third Part of the Night, both done by the same director, Andrei Zulawski. Just throwing that out there for anyone who would be interesting. I would definitely recommend them. A film you might have heard of. It has Donald Sutherland in it. It's called Don't Look Now, 1970s.
No.
Super interesting mystery.
I think I saw that on the list though when I was looking.
The ending is fucking nuts. The ending will send you into convulsions if you are easily sent into convulsions.
I am.
But I'd watch that. And I think a lot of people are probably, and there's like a couple major reveals. So
Okay.
it's got that going for it for people who like that. So I guess if you're like an M. Night Shyamalan guy,
I kind of like that stuff. I like reveals.
You thought,
I think they would be hard to do, but I love watching them.
Yeah. Visually, it's really cool too. The director is a really well-renowned cinematographer, so it's brilliant in that. Another horror film. This is Japanese. It's called House. This has a huge cult following. People really love it. It's completely fucking bonkers, off the wall, crazy. Mm-hmm. It's absurdist, quite frankly. I appreciate it. I like it. It's also just barely outside of my top 100. Let's talk Eraserhead. So, have you ever seen a David Lynch movie?
I don't know.
He did do Elephant Man.
I did see that, yeah.
So...
Didn't really...
It didn't stick with you?
No.
Twin Peaks, you ever watch that?
Mm-mm.
He did that. You probably haven't seen any of his other stuff, though. Yeah, so he's not... he's surrealism. So House, I would say, is absurdism. He's surrealism. What it captures is like existential dread. And the main guy is... he impregnates a girl. And it's like if reality was just like twisted, mm-hmm. so that everything seemed like it was just painted by dread, basically, is the best way to describe it. And that's why I think it's so good, because it really does leave you with that feeling that instead of birth being this wonderful thing, it's like, oh my God,
yeah,
like my life's over.
Okay.
This is terrible. Like the girl's family is just fucking weird. Like really weird. Is he's like, I am stuck. But it does so in a way that it, it's painted by surrealism too. Mm-hmm. So it's not, it's hard to describe without watching it, but yeah. I can see why.
But this is Eraserhead we're talking.
Yeah.
Okay.
It springboarded David Lynch to become someone, because he just was so fresh.
Yeah.
No one was really doing it like that back then. But, it's dream-like, nightmare-like, basically. And then I'm sure you have seen this, perhaps. The Hills Have Eyes came out. Now, this is way further down my list. But it is Wes Craven.
I've seen the character who's in that. But I
knew a guy. I went to school with a guy who watched that.
Shut up. It's you. I didn't see it. I've seen a portion of one of those. Like a remake of it, I think.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I can say.
Well, Sisters is another very good horror movie that came out then. That's Brian De Palma. Definitely one to check out. The Brood. This is a Cronenberg picture that's also pretty good. But my top 100 entries that are from the 70s: Suspiria, Third Part of the Night, Don't Look Now, Nosferatu, The Devil, Young Frankenstein, Phantom Paradise, Demons, which I think is great. That is a Japanese movie, early 70s entry. Deep Red, that's Giallo. The Wicker Man, which I wish you had watched, because we could have talked a lot about that. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Alien, Carrie, Halloween, Jaws, and The Exorcist. Any films you would like to talk about, big guy?
No.
Or any sentiment that you want to put out there?
I would check out the
Chernobyl?
Mark of the Devil.
Oh, Mark of the Devil. See.
It's probably very hard to find. I forgot about it.
Well, truth be told, I've never heard of it until you mentioned it. But that's what me and the fans come for. is we want those kind of obscure films like that.
Yeah.
It's got a 3.2 on Letterboxd, and it has been seen by 8.1 thousand people.
8.1 thousand?
On Letterboxd.
Oh, okay.
So that's, I mean, you got to think that's most of those people went back to watch it. I do appreciate witch hunt type films, I will say.
Well, you know, I saw it a very long time ago.
You were horrified.
It was pretty graphic. It's like a lot of, you know, because they're trying to get confessions from witches, which they're not.
Which we were notoriously good at.
Yes.
They always confessed. Nearly always.
If you torture somebody long enough, they'll confess to anything.
I swear, I'm the... Who's Mr. Peanut? Is that the peanut with the monocle and the top hat?
Yeah.
Just someone admits that they're Mr. Peanut after being tortured long enough?
Yeah.
I want to see if Cannibal Holocaust came out in the 70s, because I believe it did.
Okay, I don't know why I looked this up, like why 666 is considered, and the way they explain it makes like no sense at all.
Let's hear it.
Well, okay, this is this is supposedly an explanation. Here's a breakdown of why 666 is linked to this, you know, concept of the devil. The verse, Revelations 13, chapter 18, whatever. The verse explicitly mentions the number 666 in relation to the beast, stating that it is the number of a man and the number of his name. It's like, apparently, these, like, why is unlucky? It's like, because it's associated with the beast.
How is it associated?
It's like, why? Like, why? They don't ever say that.
Well, I think it's Revelations 13:2, and it's the great dragon comes up from the earth, and I believe painted on his head are the numbers 666. I think that's the direct from the Bible. I mean, I'm not quoting it directly, like perfectly, but I believe that's. Let's take a look. This is what the fans come for, DadMan. Revelations 13. Is it 2? I don't know. Let's see. I'm fucking it up. And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and I saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns. Upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear. His mouth, the mouth of a lion. Dragon gave his power, his seat great authority. And I saw one of his heads as if it was wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast. And they worshipped the dragon, which gave power unto the beast, and they worshipped the beast, saying, Who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him?
Oh, that makes sense now. I get it. No, they don't.
Yeah, there's no.
They say
there's actually
they
no
use numbers
direct
to represent. Back then, they used numbers to represent a name or a concept, and also they said in Hebrew or in Judaism, 7 was considered complete, like a complete, and 6 was not because it was less
One
than
short.
That. So 666 would be the complete or the total definition of incompleteness or unworthiness or something. I don't know. That's what it said.
Yeah. I'm kind of with you now.
It doesn't make sense.
Do you believe that there was a dragon? That's Old Testament, right? Revelations, or is that New Testament?
I don't know.
I I think it actually might be new.
I always thought that I'd heard or read or something that Revelations is from Saint John of Patmos or something like that. He was in a cave or something, and he'd been persecuted or punished by the Romans. And I always thought that he felt that the Romans were the evil presence on the earth.
Like the Romans who killed Jesus?
Yeah. Well, yeah, the Roman Empire.
Well, is that why, though?
Oh, no, because at that time, I don't think he'd done it. Or he meant, no. Yeah, they would have at that time because he was a Christian. We're a Catholic.
Is Revelations New Testament?
Oh, yeah, it has to
It's
be.
New Testament, yeah. It's what's revealed through the sacrifice of Christ, yes? Is that why it's called Revelations? Or just
I don't
what's
think so.
revealed by Christ?
No, it's the revelation that the Saint John of Patmos had. It was almost like saying it's a vision, his vision of the end of the world.
Ah.
It was being revealed at the end of the world to him.
Well, I want to talk a little bit about that, but it's almost, maybe you'll see no similarities. I don't know if I'm going to be able to explain, but so what you're saying is it's almost like a criticism about the Roman culture, society, what have you,
Well, yeah.
Revelations.
Yeah, he felt that there was an evil force in the world.
Which, I mean, if you watch some of the depictions of Christ, especially during the crucifixion, the Romans do look like bloodthirsty and cruel.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you could say they did it or I don't want to say the Jews did it, but they all were somehow involved because they thought it was a false prophet.
Right.
But what was I going to say? But then they became Catholic or Christian, the Roman Empire.
Exactly, which is kind of
Yeah,
startling.
right.
Yeah, I guess just from my little knowledge of this, but the actual writer of Dante's Inferno, and it seemed like he was he was criticizing Italian culture,
Yeah.
probably primarily Rome, but there was in the book there was countless name drops of famous people of that time.
Yeah.
Which was cool, and he was basically talking shit. He was dissing.
Yeah, in a kind of a encoded way.
Yeah, that they those who believed in X, Y, and Z were going against God.
Yeah.
It's these guys are in hell. Which I wish I could be an author like that. Just make a super popular book.
Oh, yeah.
Where I get to the only way people might know this name who is obscure in the sands of time.
Dante's Inferno.
Yeah. But they were probably a big deal in their day, but something transcends.
Like Poe, I don't think was.
Edgar Allan Poe, yeah.
Died penniless and obscure. And
It's so interesting how someone can become iconic after their death.
yeah. Well, they produced masterpieces. It's just it wasn't recognized at the time.
I mean, do you? I guess they're proof of concept, but that things can literally be ahead of their time. Where it's it just can't be properly consumed or appreciated until.
I mean, if you're really breaking the mold in some artistic way, it's ahead of its time. So.
Yeah, it's just it's crazy because I think, and I guess this is why things are ahead of their time, but it's I can't conceive of an idea that would make sense to me to be good without reference. Does that make sense? And these people are there. You have to be creating something new for it to be appreciated at a certain point, but not during its time period. I think by definition it has to be new. And it's just like there's just not enough early adopters for it to take off during their time period.
Yeah.
And then once it's appreciated, you can see it. I don't know. And then we start to get into like philosophical things of like, how can art actually be appreciated? Like, or why is art ever appreciated? Just something's aesthetically pleasing. I mean, what makes it valuable? The agreed upon notion, but you know what I mean? It's like, what makes art good?
Oh, yeah.
You can't define it.
No.
But I mean, I look at someone like Van Gogh's work, who's another person who didn't have money at all, and it was after his death that I think his brother put his works out to be bought, and then they're like, fuck, this is like actually really cool. And what I think he was able to do that's so cool is it seems like he was painting it through his lens, which was greatly influenced by emotion. So things had like a radiant energy to them, the way he saw the world.
Yeah.
He wasn't going after photorealism, which I think is what others maybe were trying to achieve.
At that time, I don't know. But
it's like the only form of...
he was Impressionism, right? Was it Impressionism?
Let me look it up.
Or he
maybe expression. Post-impressionism, neo-impressionism.
Okay.
So impressionism, that's the impression that something leaves on you.
Yeah, and those are the ones that look like they're out of focus, to be honest.
Loose brush strokes, emphasis on light and color. Why is it called that? Capturing fleeting moments and visual impressions. Yeah, I mean, I think his transcends that because that, like I said, like that, it was very much painted by, like, he felt like things were so alive. And I think the backstory of him makes it more enjoyable, too.
Now it does. I mean, at the time, it probably not.
Yeah, probably couldn't give a fuck.
I mean, there's a lot of starving artists. They're all over the place.
But he chopped his ear off. He was institutionalized. One of his greatest paintings came while he was institutionalized.
I mean, at the time, I don't think it mattered. It probably hurt more than helped.
They were wrong. Yep. No, yeah, I think you're right. Because it was polite society where the people buying.
Like, isn't he an institution?
Isn't he crazy? Yeah.
Yeah. Don't you like his painting? No.
He wanted to be a priest prior to being a painter. I don't know if you knew that.
I did not know that.
And he knew a lot about the book, the good book.
Oh, okay. I don't know if that reflected in his painting, but
maybe that's why he saw such value to things in nature.
He was a manic depressive.
He probably was. I mean,
he's the one who went through the blue period and stuff like that. Where
let's check it out.
I think I was.
Well, is that Starry Night?
Well, I don't know if that is or not.
No, Vincent van Gogh did not have a distinct blue period like Picasso.
Okay.
All right, so let's talk about this. I think Picasso's kind of bullshit. I know we've gotten a lot off course, everybody, but we gave you some.
We're gonna start talking about nuclear weapons next.
We talked about some great stuff when it came to the 70s, but film is art. You know what? Picasso's blue period is actually pretty damn good. Why was I talking shit on Picasso?
I don't know, because you're a dick.
He did abstract. Okay, I like his blue period more than his abstract shit. The abstract doesn't speak to me at all.
No, it's cool to look at, but it's not like I agree with that. I agree with you on that.
You could make something cool out of abstract. I always thought abstract was such bullshit. Not quite to the level of like the person I always talk shit on, Jackson Pollock. But
okay, so they had basically a blue cast to them. I think in mood they were blue as well, but
well, someone who cuts his ear off to give as a gift was suffering from something. Okay.
Sure. Yeah, I believe you. I don't think breaking ground with that statement, right?
Well, you said he's a manic depressive. I don't know that to be true. He might have been schizophrenic.
Maybe that's what I meant. Paranoid schizophrenic. Or somewhere in between those two. It wasn't like
doctors diagnosed him with being quirky.
What's his problem? He's a little off. He's a little different.
But he can lift 100 pounds over his head. Yeah, so I'm not a big fan of Picasso. I'm a big fan of Van Gogh and Rembrandt. Are you familiar with him?
You and a few 100 million other folks.
Have you ever heard of him?
Yeah, I've heard of him, yes. I'm not grotesquely stupid.
You're just mildly retarded.
Mildly slow. Oh, he was into Cubism. I didn't know that.
Who, Picasso?
Yeah,
Picasso just seemed like a trend hopper. That's my take.
Yeah, I think
he just found the right trend.
Guernica, in my opinion, is, just because it's about a war, to be honest.
Rembrandt's fucking sick. His art is dope. I really like him.
So eloquently said. Yeah, he's dope, man.
He's got to be from the Netherlands.
It's Shakespeare. Yeah.
Van Rijn, that sounds very Dutch.
Yeah.
Look at that, man. Christ in the storm on the Sea of Galilee. That's a great
Galilee.
Yeah.
And you went to Catholic school.
And then
can't believe it.
He did whatever that one's called. That one's really cool. What the hell is it called? The Night Watch. The Night Watch is really good. And then who's the last guy? Francisco de Goya is awesome. There's no duh. It's just Goya. Francisco Goya. He is awesome.
De Goya, I think that's a brand of.
What's if it's not a brand yet? We should make it. Like here's one. He has like a Baphomet type of black sheep with horns, like a devil, with women being regaled by it. I just like dark imagery and paintings, and then obviously Saturn devouring his son is.
Oh yeah, that is
very cool.
Yeah.
But what makes art great?
I don't know. We aren't going to figure it out.
Well, we can define it via literature and movies, but with paintings, it's just incredibly difficult. And I think that's something that we should all think about while we're digesting this podcast.
Yeah, get back to us on what the meaning of life and.
Do you have any motivational words for the audio, or anything you want to, any discussion topics of discussion?
Nah, not really. Nah.
Did you enjoy yourself?
I had a good time. I'd give it 8 stars out of 10 on a Yelp thing.
I appreciate you doing this.
I appreciate you as well.
Yeah. And maybe next episode we'll talk about comic books?
Yeah.
You a big fan of that?
I like toys.
I actually do like toys. I was a big fan of toys growing up.
We'll think of something better. Don't think we're going to talk about toys. Because we're not going to talk about
Yeah, well, it'll probably be in the title. You guys will be able to tell from the title what it is about.
Yeah, because we do that.
We don't. I do.
Okay, well, you're the technical thing. I'm the literary wordsmith, so to speak.
Yeah, but you didn't talk about any books today.
Well,
was there any books that you wanted to talk about?
No.
And you get the The floor is yours.
Yeah.
It's because you don't know how to
Officially
read.
run out
It's
of
because you
ideas.
don't know how to read.
I've read
Admit it
no
to the people you
I've
don't know
read
how to
way more
read.
than you.
I've read 30 books.
But then came some of them over 200 pages.
All right, y'all, we'll catch you
I
on
read the Foundation trilogy. That alone is more than
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
You said you want them to do you just because you heard about that story. You don't know what it's about.
I read it
When?
before you were born.
But you don't remember what it's about.
Vaguely, I do.
You probably just heard about it before I was born. You didn't actually read it.
Read way more.
No, you didn't. You didn't read back then. You told me that. He didn't read back then, guys. He's not going to admit it. Next episode, I'll have him admit it.
No.
You didn't read it.
I did read it.
No, you didn't, because you did. And you said you read the trilogy. You definitely didn't read the trilogy. If anything, you probably just read The Foundation.
No, I read the Foundation trilogy.
Do you have any? Do you remember anything about it?
There's a character named the Mule who's going to try to take over.
You're fucking
universe.
making this all
I
up.
am not.
Or you're watching the TV show that's coming out right now.
I read.
And you probably only watched the first few episodes. That's why you don't know much about
That's
it.
why I was always interested in something that he actually made up called psychohistory, which is supposedly a
This guy?
mathematical way to predict the future.
The author or the character?
What's in the book? Yeah, the character's name is Harry something. I can't
Well, why did you say he was the mule?
Because there's another character called the Mule. It's a trilogy. There's more than one character.
But you didn't. You didn't.
All right, whatever. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.